What is up, YouTube? Griffin with Farmtown Flippers here as always with my very beautiful and lovely wife, Young Thrifty Chick.
Hello.
Today we're going to do a new FaceTime series called What Did We Buy This Week? So how this kind of works is we go through both of our eBay pages and we find interesting things, 5 or 6 things from each of our eBay pages. And we pick the things that we just want to briefly tell you about, what we paid, explain them a little bit, and what we sold them for. Kind of a fun thing, and it's easy for us to do. I apologize we didn't put out a video yesterday. I'm a little under the weather with the COVID, so I apologize I'm not wearing a mask, but you're not here, so you don't have to worry. First thing we have today is from Young Thrifty Chick. Tell us about what we have.
Okay, well, this is, I don't know if you guys know, but this is Laura Ashley Jazzwares. This was actually from a dollhouse of mine that I used to have when I was a child. So I did not buy this. So this was just a collection of like some of the pieces. I did have more. I don't know what happened to it. So anyway, these are very popular even now because they are considered vintage. So if you see these anywhere, like at a garage sale or a thrift store, please buy them because they are worth money. And even the dollhouse itself, like the rooms, you can buy all the rooms, the whole dollhouse, you get the people included. So with this listing though, even though it says 75, it's crossed out. I actually took an offer for 40. This lot was supposed to go with dollhouse people, but they didn't want the people. They just wanted the accessories. So I gave them the deal of $40. That's why I put 75 because it was included with the people, but they didn't want them. So I took the best offer of 40 and they got it. They were very happy. So yeah, this was not something that I bought. It was something that I had, but I sold it.
And guys, one thing I noticed with her sales is that dollhouse stuff, us guys, us country boys, we don't understand that. I see dollhouse stuff all day. I'm starting to try to take a closer look at it, but I don't know anything about it, so I let her quarterback all that stuff. But what I do know is that it sells, and sometimes it sells for a good amount of money. Now, luckily, we did not thrift this, so this is something she's had since she was a child. But also noteworthy is when you see that line that's crossed out, it means we accepted an offer. This is on all of our auctions, I think, we have or best offer. We'll entertain offers, and if we can make money, largely we'll accept those. Especially if you're a subscriber and you watch our channel and you drop that in the comments when you make the offer, we might be obliged to take a lower offer than we normally would be. That said, that's pretty cool. Dollhouse stuff is hot, so don't sleep on that. Next thing we got, let's see here, is something for me. So this is an Xbox 360 game. Video games as a whole have dropped off a cliff from the PS4, Xbox One era back. The Xbox 360 and PlayStation 2 are two systems, and the games there still hold some value. I didn't even know I had this. Actually, I had, probably maybe 120, 125 Xbox 360 games. As I'm going through them, I seen this. It was complete. It does also, something that's really cool about it, it's got a comic book inside, and that is also in there included with the manual. The disc is pristine. This game was in pristine condition. Looks like it never had been played. All that said, the game itself sucks. I listed it for $32.99. The average sold comp was about $29.99. I got an offer for $26 plus shipping. I took it. And this economy with video games, if it's reasonable, and I think this came as a part of a lot that I already made my money back, so this was pure profit. It was an easy thing to do. So some video games will sell, and you just have to know which ones, because otherwise you're gonna take a bath on those right now.
So this I actually thrifted with Murano Mama during the summer. We both saw this, and I said immediately we need to get this because it was signed on the back, Tortolani. Tortolani Gold Tone Flower Bud Link. And yes, I had it listed for $45. Had it on there for a little bit. I actually took an offer of $38. So that was just delivered a few days ago, I think. Actually, no, like last week. And they loved it.
Looks like a caterpillar.
It does. It does look like a caterpillar. And funny to mention, that is actually your mom's hand. That's Murano Mama's hand. She's famous, guys.
Nobody look at my mother's hand, I'll kill you.
Yeah, she displays very nicely with her hand.
She should have been a hand model. She missed her calling, guys.
She did. But yeah, so this was really cool. It was hard to kind of let this go just because it's a really cool piece and it's signed. Obviously you can't see that on the photos, but on the inside of the band, it actually says Tortolani Gold, or Tortolani. So very cool.
Yeah, how do you say that? Tortolani? Tortolani.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I know how to say it.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention I like your hat.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. It's this weird thing. Also, it's for sale. If anybody else really likes it, now it's been worn twice.
He can autograph it for you.
I'd love to. It'd be the pinnacle of my entire life if somebody wants my autograph, okay? Because the only people that have ever wanted it before is when I was leaving court. So what we have here is a Demon Hunter Summoner of Darkness CD. This was produced in 2004. This is a Christian New Age rock band. This is something really cool for me personally because we have a local honey hole here that is just crazy for media. And they do, what, records, VHS, CDs, whole CD seasons and collections. I mean, 8 tracks, everything. And it just takes up a whole section of their basement. This place is gigantic. Everything is $1. And a lot of what you find down there can be very valuable. Now, we paid $1 for this. I listed it for $24.99. I ended up taking $18.50 plus shipping. But I think we only paid, that entire time we were there, we got a lot of stuff. We only paid like, $12?
Yeah.
And the rest of the stuff we took out of there is worth somewhere between $8 and $13 a piece. So I paid for the whole trip plus just with this one sale. Don't sleep on CDs. Don't sleep on DVDs. Don't buy a bunch of crap like me. Even though I love my personal DVD collection, they are very hard to unload unless you have the right pieces. So if you're going to buy this kind of stuff, Google Lens it or know what you're buying or you'll take a bath. But if you can find a good place that has a regular supply of things coming in, you can visit them, once or twice a week and you can pick stuff up like this and you'll make your money back. Really cool. Also, the album art is cool. I checked out one of the songs that was supposed to be good from this CD. It's not for me, but it obviously is for somebody because they paid $18.50 for a CD in 2025.
Okay, so I got this in an entire Barbie tote of, well, actually, let me start that over. I don't know why I was saying that. So during the summer, I had got this in a large tote of Barbie stuff.
That's totes cool.
Yeah. And at first I didn't know it was in there because it was buried all the way down there. I didn't even know what it was until recently. I looked in there and it's actually the Flintstones. It's a little keychain of Betty and Wilma. Didn't know that it was it was listing for that much. People were listing it all over the place. It is a little stained. You have to put that in the wash. So I just obviously sold it as found. I didn't want to clean it up too much and ruin it, but somebody who really likes it will wash it and do whatever. I accepted an offer. They gave me 18 and I actually gave them a lower price because I got it in with the tote. So I accepted the offer of 15.
Yo, $15 for that is wild.
I counter offered at 15.
Okay.
I wanted to be nice.
Okay.
Because I didn't pay anything for it, and I'm like, okay, cool. It's a keychain bag. Come on.
And full disclosure, guys, I didn't even know she had this. I'm gonna have to put up a sign so everybody has the same expectations, and we might have to, just search her every time she comes back from storage or the garage. I need to see what she has on her person because I didn't know she had this. She's keeping secrets.
Well, I didn't know I had it either. It was in the tote.
I totes don't believe you, but okay. So this is, the guys' action figures are tough right now. You have a mix of people. You have people that buy these that want to display them. You also have collectors that are insane about the box, and if there's anything wrong with the box, they're upset. So shipping these, packaging them is a huge pain, and the margins on these guys are just not there. I tried this out, did not work with action figures. Even buying them in lots is a little bit iffy. I will show you a little later in this video. I did get lucky on one, and I'll tell you how. But this actually came in a lot with another figure, and I paid retail price for the one figure, the price that you would pay right now today at, like, say, Walmart or Target, and this one was just free. So I will get the money out of that other figure because it's a good figure, and so this, after fees and shipping and everything else, I probably made about $16, but to me that's $16 pure profit. So there are sometimes you can make money on the action figures, but they are a gigantic pain. And then if you're an eBay seller, even a top-rated seller, you're going to get those collectors that aren't happy with the way the box is or anything else, and you have to use extra packing materials. This is a high-return item because if people are not satisfied, if the collector class is not satisfied, they will ask for a return. So just keep that in mind.
So this here was actually something that was in our previous video that we picked up at Goodwill for $1.99 and sold it for exactly what I was asking, $14. So made about a $12 profit after fees and everything. This sold very quickly. Had it on there for about, I think, 2 days, and then it sold, which is great. I mean, anything Snoopy, Woodstock, always sells.
Yeah, it's peanuts and it's Hallmark keepsake.
Yeah.
In the box. It's mints.
Murano Mama loves Woodstock. She does. She loves Snoopy and Woodstock.
She does, but she's not getting this one because we already sold it.
Yeah.
You'll have to track the guy down. Sorry. So Funko, what can we say about Funko? Maybe going bankrupt. I doubt it. Somebody's going to bail them out. They're going through a tough time. They're oversold on the market. That said, Funko still has products, by and large, that will sell. This particular one is from a franchise that everybody knows and loves. It's Dr. Alan Grant from the original Jurassic Park. Come on, guys. And this one is a 10,000 release for overall figures, but the chase is 1 in 2,000. So only 2,000 of these specific chase figures were ever made. This Funko Soda, I bought it in a lot of 5. I paid $50 for it. I already made my money back in the first 2 that I sold. This is pure profit. After eBay fees, because I did charge for shipping, I made about $16.75 in pure profit. So sometimes don't worry about the stigma that's around Funko. They're going to come through it. And even if they do go out of business, some Funko products will still be worth their weight in gold, the ones that people want. franchises like this, Jurassic Park, when you're talking about chase figures that are limited to about 2,000 characters, these will always sell, so don't worry. If you see something like this, if you can get it for a good price, pick it up. Somebody will buy it. There's that many people somehow that like Jurassic Park, even though they've bastardized it with like 17 movies. And only like 3 of them are good.
Alright, so this I think is our last one, right? For me?
I'm not sure.
Okay, cool.
I lost count.
So here we have a Jellycat, Paris Poodle, Pink Dog plush. It's rare and retired. So if you ever find any Jellycats out in the wild with their tags, grab it immediately. You might pay up a little bit for this. This was actually, shout out to Murano Mama. She found this and she was so sweet. She bought it for me and she wanted me to have it and sell it. So thank you, Murano Mama. Appreciate you. And I learned a lot from her because she picks up Jellycats all the time. And I do have a few Jellycats on my page actually for sale. This one was my favorite. It was a little sad for me to see this go, but I'm glad. It was actually purchased twice, but the one lady, she had to cancel it because she had the wrong payment, listed it back up, and then 2 days later it sold again by someone else for exactly what I asked for.
That's happened to me a dozen times too, and I couldn't believe it. It's just luck.
Yeah, so, and it was funny because Murano Mama was like, it's going to sell, don't worry, it'll sell again. And she was right. So she's very popular today on this page. So thank you, Murano Mama, for those encouraging words because it sold twice. And this time it actually sold. And shipped it out. So they should get it in a few days. And yes, sold it for $52. Actually bought it for $14. So paid up a little bit. But definitely made
a profit, guys, and that's the name of the game, right? And I'll tell you what, even as somebody who, doesn't even, I don't even mess with stuff like this, that's a good looking little Jellycat. It kind of has like this Dr. Seuss vibe to it. It's, you know what I mean? It's like it's really different. So I think that's why people gravitate towards this kind of stuff. It's really cool. $52, that's wow. I don't know who's paying $50, but I don't know.
Well, I've never I can't say I've never seen these before, but I would have never thought they were worth this kind of money.
Yeah.
Because the reason why is because these were made in London. That's why. That's why they're like popular.
Okay.
And they are worth money because they are actually made in London.
Got it. Cool. Never would have guessed I'd have walked right past this 100 times. This one here, guys, we talked about video games a little bit already in this video. The value's fallen off a cliff. PS4 is one of the worst culprits for lost value. Xbox One, even worse. Brand new Xbox One games, depending on what they are, have lost their entire valuability from where they were at. You could have had a brand new game and maybe it was worth $60, still be new, right? Still be brand new in the package, and now you're lucky to get $10 for it. This is different though. This is a cult classic. This is Divinity Original Sin 2, the definitive edition, which is not just the game but all downloadable content, which means you can pop this bad boy in on your PS4 and you have the complete game. That's awesome. Everybody loves this franchise. It's a great game. And I had it listed for $39.99. I ended up taking $35 on the nose for it. That's great because we paid what?
$6.50, I think.
$6.50 we paid for this. I remember she was at the thrift store without me. She sent me a picture. I seen what it was, and I'm like, get it immediately. I knew we were going to make a profit on that. And that was the easiest sale of my life because it's brand new sealed. I could see the case was mint, so that's a picture of the front, a picture of the back. Mint, brand new, sealed condition, case is mint. That's it. You put it in some bubble wrap, put it in a box, and send it off. You're done. You profit. Awesome, guys. You see stuff like this and you know what it is, buy it.
Okay, so this right here, this I actually did not purchase. This is another item I had in my jewelry, which I will be posting more jewelry once I have the time, because there's a lot of jewelry. Anyway, this was actually something that my aunt had gave me. So shout out to my auntie. She gave me a whole bunch of jewelry and just said, here, take it. I don't care what you do with it.
We'll call her Antique Auntie.
Antique Auntie, yeah, that's true. This is a vintage Mexico sterling silver and amethyst cuff bracelet. I did look around. I had to look a little bit, research some more on this to see exactly what it was and how much it was going for. This was actually not on eBay, on any other listings. This was actually on Etsy. And Etsy had it for $2.49, but it wasn't sold. It was just listed. People were watching it. So this is where I got the exact information from, because it was the exact same bracelet, only theirs was not tarnished. It was cleaned. I put as found because I didn't feel like cleaning it. And if I had cleaned it, I didn't want to, like, you know, make it worse or break it, you know, because this is worth a lot of money, obviously. And, you know, in the other photos, it actually shows that it's silver and that it was in Mexico, signed, everything like that. So it's got all of the information on there. I wanted to go lower than what Etsy had, because I was the only one on eBay that had this. So I thought $180 was a fair price, considering it's as found. I didn't do anything to it. It's not cleaned up. It's not shiny. And somebody offered me, and I said best offer, didn't matter what it was, and they offered me $150. And again, this was a free item that I had, so this was pure profit, and probably the best thing I sold on eBay this week.
Well, so the couple things I'll tell you, I do know a lot about jewelry, and the one thing that I'll tell you about this, when I seen the listing, I had a hard time because I didn't see the actual piece, or maybe I did, but briefly, and I don't remember. But I didn't know. Looking at this, you'd think it's a ring. It's not. You know, it's just the way the picture is. But it's actually a bangle bracelet. It is 0.925 sterling silver with natural tarnish, and I think cleaning this would have actually hurt the value. If someone wants to do that with vintage jewelry, let them go ahead and do that. Don't clean it and then sell it. With antique vintage jewelry, let them make that decision, because it cleans up real easy, but maybe they want the natural age, the natural patina on it.
And that's why I didn't do that. Because also, you know, I didn't want to ruin it. I'm not a professional jewelry cleaner, so I don't really know, and I'm glad that I didn't, because I feel like I would have ruined it in the process.
Yeah. Either way, it's a beautiful piece. I'm sure somebody is over the moon to have this. Also, vintage jewelry, I also know this, when it comes from Mexico, is worth probably somewhere between 13 and 15% more than vintage American jewelry. So people are liking, like, the Mexican vibe when it comes to vintage jewelry right now. That's kind of hot. So keep your eye open for that. It's very hard. The vintage jewelry market is really complex. That's why but I know a quality piece when I see it, right? You know a quality piece when you see it. And that's real amethyst. There it is. It's worth $150 all day. She's happy to sell it. Somebody's really happy to get it. That's a home run. That's a win for everyone, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think the last thing that we have is this guy. Let's talk a little bit about this. So this is G.I. Joe Ultimate. This is Storm Shadow, but not the regular Storm Shadow. This is the 25th anniversary G.I. Joe Storm Shadow. that was exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store. I was lucky enough to be able to purchase this for $26. Almost nobody knows what Big Bad Toy Store is. They don't know a lot of these outlet places, but some of them have been around for a long time and they get exclusives. That's the only place that you could find this. Now, Storm Shadow, as anybody who follows G.I. Joe or loves toys know, is one of the most beloved and one of the best-selling characters in the entire franchise. This uniform that he's wearing denotes version 2 because Storm Shadow was originally part of Cobra, and then eventually through the cartoon series he defected and was quasi with G.I. Joe, and he changed his uniform. And so you have this guy. So because of the exclusive nature of this product, I was able to get it and sell it for retail price. I did sit on it for about 45 days. But everything said and done, I netted almost a $20 profit on it. So very happy with that, and always look for exclusives, especially when it comes to something like this, because it may sit around for a little while, but I guarantee you it will sell. And is that it?
Yeah.
So guys, we'll be doing we'll be doing these once a week. Put them out Thursday night or Friday morning maybe. We'll give you, and we're going to throw it under the FaceTime playlist. And we're just going to let you guys know the coolest things we picked up for that week and share our finds with you. So yeah, please like and subscribe for Griffin and Young Thrifty Chick.
See you later.
See ya! Oh no, the mouse!